Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to welcome everyone to 2021's Heritage Day celebration in Chicago. Heritage Day was declared a public holiday in 1996. And since then, each September has been designated as Heritage Month in South Africa. And particularly the 24th of September has been the day that celebrates the cultural diversity of South Africa. In its essence, it's the day that we embrace and celebrate the true meaning of why we call ourselves the Rainbow Nation. In an address marking Heritage Day in 1996, the late former state president Nelson Mandela said, "When our first democratically elected government decided to make Heritage Day one of our national days, we did so because we knew that our rich and varied cultural heritage has a profound power to help build our new nation." Our founding fathers did so knowing the struggles that we faced against injustice and inequalities of the past. And they understood that those were a part of our national identity as well as our culture. They knew that indeed, for us as a nation to rise from the ashes of division and conflict, we had to acknowledge those whose selfless efforts and talents were dedicated to the goals of non-racial democracy.
The pain we have when we hear that this consulate is closing. This place holds many memories for many of us. I was a student here at the University of Mandalay. And in 1986, as students, we were fighting against apartheid, and I remember Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Flager, they organized a protest. We came here in 1986, we walked in, and Reverend Jesse Jackson told the then Consular General that we would not leave this building until apartheid was ended. And many people from that march walked out in handcuffs because we did not leave this building. We were demanding the end of apartheid.
It is an honor for me to stand here as a young Black South African celebrating the last Heritage Day in Chicago and thanking God for the many years of exemplary support from the community in the Midwest region and all stakeholders here. We have had the most amazing friends and supporters of South Africa who have stood with us from day one and continue to stay with us even now. I'm so grateful that Her Excellency took time from a very grueling and busy schedule to come to the Midwest region to demonstrate the importance of this region to the government and the people of South Africa. And her presence really speaks volumes, and we thank you, Your Excellency, for being here.
We're celebrating Heritage Day today. Many years ago, we didn't realize, we didn't even think we would still be alive. We didn't even think we would have memorable events like this one. That speaks to the freedom that we fought ourselves. Whilst we were doing that, we made friends, in particular in Chicago, I must mention. Chicago was one area that on the eve of our freedom, Chicago stood up in different places. Well, maybe you'll say Sweden and other countries, but Chicago stood up in many places, telling everybody that if South Africa is not free, it also means resources from different countries, including some countries in the United States, are not going to take their money or anything to South Africa. I always say to people, at times, because we are free, we forget where we come from. Now, definitely with South Africa, we fought, but what we're fighting for, when you think of today and many, many other days, was not to have those who were persecuting us to leave their country to other countries. And some of them, even after apartheid, they are not coming back to South Africa. It's important for me to mention here that what we're doing in South Africa, the freedom we're fighting for, we're fighting for all South Africans to stay in a manner that everybody would see that as their country.
I want to thank you for inviting us to South African Heritage Day here in Chicago. This embassy, I remember marching here against apartheid before you came while you were in South Africa. And so this is an exciting moment for us. It's bittersweet in that we know the embassy is going to close temporarily. But thank you, Ambassador, for coming to the city of Chicago. And thank you for being such a powerful Consul General. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. No, thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, we're here and we know the painful thinking when you think of this consulate closing. But as I keep on saying in these 2 days, I really commit myself that the work that was done here will not be forgotten, but also we wouldn't allow it to go down. We will take responsibility because whatever was happening here would be with Washington, D.C., which means we'll have to work hard knowing that we also work with, Chicago.
And we want to work with you to help reopen this consulate and many others around the United States. As we help South Africa, you help us. We thank you so much for the work that you have done and the work that you're going to do.